Oh, hello everybody. This is Grey Biker here, and you join me on, well, a dry-ish Sunday in February. I'm hoping that it's going to stay dry, although Sod's Law says as soon as I started the motorbike, it started spitting with rain, but we'll see how we go. This is just a little test ride today to try out the new microphone that I have. I've just got the DJI Mic2. A couple of weeks ago I bought a couple of DJI Osmo Action 4 cameras to try and get into moto vlogging. Just give it a go and see how I got on with it. And actually I've only done a couple of videos that I've posted so far on YouTube, but I'm really quite enjoying it. But what I've done, just purchased these DJI Mic2s. When I first got the cameras, I bought the DJI Mic, the original version. I didn't even know there was a 2 coming out, and they're really good. I thought they were excellent, and the best bit about them is that with the single receiver plugged into the camera on my crash helmet, my wife could have a microphone in her crash helmet on her bike. I had one, and it meant that we could hear both of ourselves. We're obviously linked by intercom anyway, but it's nice to be able to record the conversation. Just adds a little bit to the video, I think. The big problem with them is because the receiver is plugged into the side of the camera, you can't really use them if it's raining, because you lose the waterproof capacity of the camera because you have to remove the side door and it's just plugged in, the receiver's plugged in with a USB-C. Then I saw the DJI Mic2, which came out 2 weeks after I bought the DJI Mic 1s, and you can link those directly to the cameras with Bluetooth, and that I thought was a very, very good idea. So I'm trying it out for the first time. I've also got the DJI Lav mic to plug into the receiver to see whether that changes the sound at all. I know a lot of people have said that, ooh, big puddle, a lot of people have said that the Lav mics give clearer sound. So we'll give that a go as well. So at the moment this is being recorded with the DJI Mic2 transmitter inside the chin guard of my crash helmet, Bluetooth to the camera on the front of my chin guard. Be interesting to see how this turns out. I'm going to stop in a little while and plug in the lav mic, but for now I'm just having a little ride around the back roads and hoping that we don't meet any farm machinery coming the other way, or that the roads are too muddy. They have been loading sugar beet around this area just recently, and that always means there's quite a lot of mud on the roads from the tractors and whatever. But so far so good. It's just these bends that we have to watch, you know, like this one. Lots of crap all over it. Look at that, oh my word. Ah, and a bit of a flood. Oh well, I'm on a Triumph Tiger. Let's go for it. I've got rather wet boot now, and I think I've just soaked one of my action cameras. I've got it down low on the crash bar, looking at the front wheel. So I think that probably just got a right dousing. Good job they're waterproof. We're just heading out across the Norfolk countryside now to towards Reedham, which anybody that knows the Norfolk Broads will know Reedham if they've been to the southern side of the Broads anyway. Nice little village, couple of pubs, an old swing bridge, and can be a very nice place to be and sit and watch the world go by in the summer. Okay, well I think I'm going to pull over up here when I find a suitable space and try plugging the lav mic into the transmitter and just compare the sound. I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so I have just swapped over to the lav mic, which is plugged into the DJI Mic2 transmitter, still Bluetooth to the camera, so I don't know whether there's going to be any difference at all in the quality of the audio, whether the lav mic is going to pick up any more of the engine noise. As I said earlier, this is just a bit of an experiment to see how we go. I have to say using the lav mic is a bit of a pain in the backside, if I'm honest. It's the cable that's with the transmitter fixed to the inside of my chin bar. I've got about 2 feet of cable from the lav mic coiled up, and I've tried to just sort of make it as neat as possible because this is only a test, it is only temporary. I'd have to do something a little bit more permanent. And the lav mic itself is just clipped onto the nose guard of my crash helmet, because that seems like the most sensible place, because this is a modular crash helmet. It's a Shui Neotech 2. The mic and the camera both need to be fixed to the chin guard so that when I raise it, it all goes together and I don't end up strangling myself with the cable, which wouldn't be ideal, let's face it. Back on the main road again to Reedham. When I say main road, it's a B road. Reedham is quite unique on the Broads because it has a chain ferry that goes across the river, which saves a huge detour to get to the other side of the river. So here we are, just coming towards the river and the outskirts of the metropolis that is Reedham. And there we are, there's the river with the swing bridge in the distance. The railway line between Norwich and Lowestoft goes over that swing bridge. And it does still swing for vessels to pass underneath it, those that need the extra headroom. But the water's very high, I have to say. That's a very, very nice area. Oh, getting warm in there, had to open my visor. And that was it, that was Reedham. There's not a lot to it. Although it does have Pettit's Animal Adventure place, which is a little place for small kids, lots of animals, a bit of a petting zoo. I think they have some rides and that sort of thing, but it is aimed at the smaller children. But next door to it, aimed at the bigger children, is a brewery, the Humpty Dumpty Brewery, which have some amazing ales, if that's what you're into. Personally, I love ales, and they have 2 or 3 beer festivals every year at the brewery with live music, and they're already very, very well attended, and yeah, it's a good place to go. Just in the distance, I don't know whether the camera will pick it up, the white building across the fields. That is the Reedham Ferry Inn, which is a pub, and that is where the chain ferry runs from, across the other side of the river. Well, lovely snowdrops there. It's the time of year for the snowdrops to come out. It's very nice. Shows that there's a promise of spring somewhere on the horizon. It may be a little way off yet, but it's nice to see what is potentially the back end of winter, which makes us appreciate the summer and a little bit more so the spring, really. I absolutely love the spring when there's just a hint of warmth in the air and things are starting to grow, and you've got the anticipation of a good season coming. At least that's how I like to look at it. Oh, here we go. This is somewhat moist. Lovely. Well, let's wash the undercarriage with a lot of mud. And got my boots wet again. The Cantley Cock has doing a bit of business by the looks of it, by the number of cars. It's a very popular pub. Never actually been there myself, but it's got a good reputation, particularly for Sunday lunches, I believe. Unfortunately, I'm on a diet at the moment, so Sunday lunches are not something that I can indulge in. One day, shift a bit more of this timber and treat myself. think we might have escaped the rain. I think we've done quite well there. I thought we were going to get a bit soggy. What's the problem, chaps? Somebody doesn't know where they're going. Join the club. I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure it's this way somewhere. There were some sugar beet lorries loading down here yesterday, so there's every potential for mud all over the road and another flood. Certainly testing the waterproof capability of the Osmo Action 4 that's down near my left boot. Hopefully it stands up to the test. Are you letting me through? Yeah, he is. Excellent. Good man. Thank you. Lovely job. There's one of the beet loaders. These tiny little lanes around here, when they are loading the lorries, they tend to block the entire road, but they're doing their job. They're never there for more than sort of 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So just one of those things about living in the country. Just have to put up with it. And here we are. Right. It's another little ride done. Thank you very much, folks. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.